Hi, Bryn. I have such a special story for you today. So I have to tell you about a lady named Tasha Tudor. Her name is Tasha Tudor. And I'm going to show you a picture of Tasha. This is Tasha Tudor. And Tasha Tudor was born a long time ago, more than 100 years ago. She was born in 1915. And she passed away. She's no longer alive. But can you see what she's doing there? She's painting. And Tasha became a very famous painter. She painted all kinds of animals and mostly painted corgis. And I think you know what corgis are. Corgis are a kind of dog. And we had 2 corgi dogs when your dad was little. In fact, his first dog, named Stanley, was a corgi. And maybe your daddy can tell you about Stanley. But Tasha Tudor used to paint lots of pictures of corgis and lots of pictures of bunnies. She loved bunnies too. And she started taking all of those paintings and turning them into books for kids. She became a very famous illustrator. So she did lots of paintings, but she also made lots of books too. And I have multiple books by her, but I also have something that hangs in my bathroom all the time. Do you remember this picture? Well, if you look really close, I don't know if you can see, but right down in here, oh wait, no, over here, you can see her name, Tasha Tudor. She wrote on this. And this isn't an original painting. This is just a print of one of the paintings she did, but she did really sign this picture for me. And those are the 2 little, 3. See the 3 corgis? That's what Stanley looked like that. So this goes in Grandma's bathroom. And it used to be in my kitchen in the old house. So you might remember that picture. But I also have a lot of Tasha's kids' books. And I'll show you. Here's one, and here's one. And I'll read those to you someday. But today, I have a really special one. Because this is Corgiville Christmas. Because what she did was, she took all of those animals that she used to draw pictures of, and she turned it into a place in her imagination called Corgiville. So Corgiville has all these little characters and all these little animals and bunnies and kittens and chicks and roosters and mice and all kinds of little animals that she would draw pictures of. But this particular book is super special because she signed the cover of this one too. The other ones I don't have her signature on, but this one is signed by her before she passed away quite a few years ago now. So a little something about this book though. So her books aren't really like stories. They're more like her memories. And what she does is she takes memories from her childhood back in the early 1900s, like around 1920-ish, so like 100 years ago, and she would paint her memories using these little animals. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these books to you because the pictures are so detailed that you're going to see lots more details if you take your time to sit down. Like, look, there's some of her bunnies, and there's corgis. And if you really look at the pictures, if you sit down with the books someday, maybe you can put the video on and look at them while I read it to you. So it's not so much a story as it is her memories. And I'll try to show you. But yeah, this book is based on my fond memories of my childhood in the 1920s. Many of the settings, scenes, and characters in the book represent my house, my pets, and my dolls. Okay? And she wrote this one in memory of her corgi, and her corgi's name was Owen. Yeah, and this one has a special seal stamped on it to show that it really is her signature. So this book is kind of very, very special. So here's a Corgiville Christmas by Tasha Tudor. When the snow geese fly south and the far hills are white with snow, everyone in Corgiville turns their thoughts to Christmas. Now is the time for delightful tea parties in front of the fire. Mr. and Mrs. Brown enjoy their morning tea by the wood stove on chilly days. Sorry, the pages are sticking together. A lot of time is spent making cornucopias for the tree, painting advent calendars, and marking off the days until Christmas. Of course, the cats prefer catnip wreaths mixed with cheese balls to attract the mice, and the rabbits use kale as it is economical and can be eaten later. On December 6th, the Bigby Browns put up their advent calendars and light their advent wreath made from boxwood greens, which do not shed needles into the teacups below as spruce and balsam do. Dundee cake is brought out from the pantry where it has been aging since October. It is always served for tea on December 6th. This year, 3 new families have come to live in Corgiville. The first family to arrive was Mr. Chickahominy with his mother-in-law, Mrs. Epicackle, and his 2 wives, Eglantine Cluck and Nestacropsy. And those are a whole family of chickens. They moved into a house overlooking the pond. The Browns and other neighbors helped them get settled. Chickahominy was enterprising and opened an outstanding shop, Chickahominy's Haberdashery, which carries everything Corgiville families need. Before Christmas, Chickahominy advertises his wares by driving his peddler's wagon all about Corgiville. It is the delight of daring corgi pups to hitch a ride. Great fun. He is welcomed when he stops, as he has so many useful household items with which to tempt customers who can't get to the village when the snow lies too deeply on the back roads. He does a tremendous business over the holiday season and offers a 10% discount on all goods purchased during the 12 days of Christmas. Look at that. The second family to come to Corgiville is of Pennsylvania Dutch descent. They hired Ishmael Crow to move them in. And this, as you can see, is a little family of corgis. The 2 Stauffer brothers, Abraham and Isaac, are both pharmacists, and their 3 sisters are skilled in herbal cures. They too opened a shop, an excellent apothecary, and a soda fountain next to Chickahominy's haberdashery. Isaac Stauffer's catnip milkshakes are very popular with the Purrer sisters, Puss and Minnow, and Edgar Tomcat doesn't hesitate to order 5 in one sitting. Can you imagine 5 milkshakes at once? My goodness. Isaac Stauffer makes superb ice cream and already knows the favorite choices of all the corgi puppies, kittens, and young rabbits for miles around. Abraham Stauffer is amazingly helpful to ailing kittens and corgi pups. The rabbits are a bit hesitant to use his castor oil and prefer the Stauffer sisters' herbal remedies. The third family to come were the cardigan corgwins of Wales. They sport long tails, a novelty in Corgiville. They are very socially minded and gracious to their guests. Their home is very tasteful, and to pretend their parties gives one a certain tone. As they travel a lot, they have many interesting incidents to relate. They also collect fine china and silver nutmeg graters and salt glazed crocks with owls painted on them. Mert's factory, the Bogs, is putting forth clouds of steam. He makes no end of enchanting toys at this season of the year. Everyone is eager to see his latest idea of fun at the Christmas Bazaar. The church's bazaar sells Mert's toys, especially his toy skunks and steam engines. There are lots of good things to eat as well. Snap's Bakery is very popular, as is Stouffer's ice cream. Oh, wow, look at that picture. When the pond freezes, so many skating parties, picnics, and bonfires at night are a joyous part of our Christmas celebrations. No words on this one, just tons and tons to look at. So as soon as I send you the books, you can look at all these pictures and find all the bunnies and corgis. It is now only a few days until December 23rd, when the trip to the Christmas woods is taken to fetch Christmas trees. It is a day's journey, so plenty of food is prepared. Large sleighs are brought out, and goats are hitched up for the outing. Here they're racing to see who will get there first. Mert has made skis for his Tin Lizzie, and usually wins, though Chickahominy gives him sharp competition. Skeezering with Caleb Brown's son Farley. Okay, this is crazy. You gotta look at this. It's a chicken pulling a corgi who's skiing. Let's see. They return by moonlight and lanterns after a wonderful day. How welcoming is the sight of a warm home and the prospect of tea. They have a perfect tree and anticipate another happy Christmas. At last, on the evening of December 25th, the door to the best parlor is opened. There stands the Christmas tree in its glory of lighted candles and shining ornaments. Everyone is silent with wonder, encircling the tree to wish all of you a Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. And that is the end. You can see the kitties Christmas, and there's bunnies Christmas. So I hope you enjoyed that special story, and I hope you like the illustrations from Miss Tasha Tudor. And she lives in Vermont, not far from New York, when she was alive. She's not alive anymore, but when she did, she painted all her pictures from Vermont. So there you go, the end.